Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a Friday night. And we begin tonight with a seismic shakeup at the White House. The president's chief strategist, and for many, the most controversial member of his team, is out tonight. Steve Bannon pushed out of the West Wing today. He said he resigned days ago, exactly 1 year after joining the Trump campaign. President Trump under fire after Charlottesville, after saying both sides shared the blame and that there were, quote, very fine people on both sides facing increasing pressure to make changes at the White House. ABC senior White House correspondent Cecilia Vega leading us off.
President Trump under fire for stoking racial tensions in the wake of Charlottesville today forced out his most controversial advisor, Steve Bannon, a man who proudly promoted right-wing nationalism inside the White House and beyond. Bannon, a key member of the president's inner circle, a confidant right there with the Trump family on election night. He left his job as editor of the right-wing Breitbart News, hoping to save a campaign in free fall. As the president's chief strategist, his nationalist agenda displayed in his West Wing office, Bannon posing for pictures in front of a whiteboard that famously spelled out his priorities.
If you think they're going to give you your country back without a fight, you are sadly mistaken. Every day it is going to be a fight.
He seemed to have so much power, Time magazine called him the great manipulator.
Send in Steve Bannon.
And of course, SNL portraying him as the real mastermind in the Oval Office.
Okay, Donald, that's enough fun for tonight. Can I have my desk back?
Yes, of course, Mr. President. I'll go sit at my desk.
It did not sit well with the president, who told the Wall Street Journal in April Bannon was just, quote, a guy who works for me. And just this week, the president making it clear he won the election on his own.
Mr. Bannon came on very late. You know that. I went through 17 senators, governors, and I won all the primaries. Mr. Bannon came on very much later than that.
In his rocky tenure, Bannon made enemies throughout the West Wing. Some of those fights caught on camera. Bannon battling with the president's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, and National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster. His allies in the right-wing media quick to back him up. At that incendiary press conference Tuesday, the president signaled his chief strategist was hanging by a thread.
He's a good man. He is not a racist, I can tell you that. We'll see what happens with Mr. Bannon.
But the final straw seems to be an interview Bannon gave the very next day, publicly undercutting the president's military threats of fire and fury against North Korea. Bannon saying, quote, there's no military solution here. They got us. Bannon's departure is just the latest shakeup for a West Wing in crisis. This picture of the president in the Oval Office with his top advisors was taken just days after the inauguration. Now, National Security Advisor Michael Flynn gone. Press Secretary Sean Spicer gone. Chief of Staff Reince Priebus gone. And finally today, Steve Bannon.
And Cecilia Vega joined us from Bridgewater, New Jersey tonight. And Cecilia, in a sign of how quickly power shifts, the president met at Camp David today with top advisors on the future of our troops in Afghanistan. Vice President Pence flew back early to attend, but no Steve Bannon. And tonight you've learned that Bannon is back in his old job.
Yeah, David, Breitbart says that Steve Bannon is back. In fact, he even chaired the editorial board meeting there tonight, and he's assuming his same title, executive chairman of Breitbart News. But today, to the Weekly Standard, Steve Bannon gave an interview saying the Trump presidency that we fought for and won is over. Quote, we still have a huge movement. He says that presidency is over, though, and it will be something else. David.
Cecilia Vega.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.